Welcome. I'm Amy Keller, your intimacy coach, and I became the help that my husband and I needed, but we couldn't find. I knew he had ED before we got married. I know it may sound impossible, but ED, erectile dysfunction, can actually make you a better lover. It's true because I've helped thousands of men and couples, and I'm here to tell you how. I have merged therapy, Tantra, and neuroscience to create real solutions to be intimate without therapy, pills, or pressure. And I've been doing this for 25 years. I understand how tender this topic is, and that's why I coach you in a way that you can hear me. It's not the bat that scores, it's the player. I make it easy. You can do this. You can score in sex and love. Today, I'm going to explain why real skills will never let you or any man down. Stay with me because I'm going to share a story about how my now happy couple transformed his erectile dysfunction, his ED, into erotic desire. Whether it's psychological or health related, with a simple shift, my clients go from hopeless to sexy, confident lovers saving their relationships and themselves. So, if you're navigating sex, love, relationships with ED or other barriers to intimacy, I'm so glad that you're here. You'll find downloads, links to my site, and my programs in the description. Stay with me. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, give your coach a like. This topic is very dear to my heart, so let's get into it. Men, I get it. The loss is deep. It's your manhood. You name it, you love it. It's your best friend. And then it fails you. It feels like the ultimate betrayal. I hear men say, I don't feel like a man anymore. But that's not true. All of you is sexy. I hear, I'm tired of disappointing her. Believe me, there are a lot of ways to satisfy a woman. Skills, baby. I hear, it's too embarrassing. I can't even try. You just don't know what else to try. Lesbians don't worry about erections and they can satisfy a woman, right? I hear, there's nothing I can do. My life is over. There's a lot you can do. Your life and your sex life are not over, I promise. Erectile dysfunction is just the turning point for so many of my clients. In my program, I don't even teach penetration techniques until lesson 6 because sexual exploration happens outside of penetration. Did you hear that? Listen. Sexual exploration happens outside of penetration. And for many women, it's their least favorite part because it's the end. You absolutely can be her best lover, the one to make her moan with pleasure, because great sex isn't about poking or your bat. It's about pleasure, and that's a skill. Let me explain. Psychological ED is anxiety, like stage fright. And health related ED is frustrating, but it's not the end of your sex life. You just need a point of view shift from trying to get hard and perform sex to knowing what to do and how to do it. Learning what works for you, showing up prepared for whatever comes up or not. When you have a game plan, a practice, and a coach who understands your unique point of view, you learn moves, you build skills, you gain confidence and control. I know too many men and couples are feeling ashamed. It's hard to talk about. You're afraid to look for help because you've been told that your erection or lack thereof is the problem. Fuck that. That's leaving you more stuck, more ashamed, and feeling even more inadequate. Husbands are avoiding their wives. Great men are avoiding relationships for fear of disappointing a partner. Guys, she wants you, all of you. Women don't leave because of ED. She leaves because you don't know how to play with her. Like I said, I married my husband knowing he had ED. Oh my God, I wish I had my program when I needed it. Maybe like him, you've tried everything. Went to therapy. They wanted him to talk. How is that going to help? And doctors were pushing pills, pumps, injections, and even surgery. It wasn't broken. He just didn't know what else to do. This affected his and my self esteem. All I wanted was to play and explore with my husband. Pills aren't skills. He didn't need an erection. He needed sexual confidence, a plan of action that worked for him and us. Where can he or anyone go to learn to be lovers and partners? That's why I'm here. I created the intimacy game plan to teach what no one else is teaching. Men and couples with or without ED are suffering in silence because these things can't just be talked about. Men are feeling stuck, feeling like they have to figure it out by themselves. You don't need endless conversations, therapy, or pills. You need real solutions and real love. My approach isn't more theory. It's not woo-woo. It's science. I share the science in my TED Talk and in my book, The Huddle, How to Score in Sex and Love. I get it. It's hard to talk about. I can talk about anything, and even I was too embarrassed to tell my own therapist or my best friend. That's why in my program you don't talk about it. Not with me, not even with each other at first. With or without erections, all of my clients learn the same routine. My program is next level, real intimacy, Tantra, communication, sex, relationship, and equipment skills. When you're prepared for love, you stop avoiding it. You stop hoping and wishing for a miracle because you know how to make it happen. And you can't get that kind of confidence from a pill. In the intimacy game plan, we start by reframing your definition of sex. We put you in control. We redefine it as pleasure for the same reason football isn't called a touchdown, because it's a teamwork, the action, the plays, sharing pleasure together. That's what makes it memorable. Like I said, it's not the bat that scores, it's the player and the team. Sex isn't the goal. It's about showing up just as you are, getting lost in the moment, exploring your bodies and pleasure together. Jiggles, wiggles, and all. That's vulnerable. That's intimate. That takes practice. And practice is the best part. As a matter of fact, one client said to me, sex was awkward, no longer enjoyable for me or her, so I stopped trying. Now, she said I'm the best lover she's ever had. I thought I needed an erection. Boy, was I wrong. That's the shift. You turn off the pressure to perform and you turn on practicing and playing with what you've got. Playing with whole body sensual pleasure. That is the best part. And it's not just you. We've all been taught that sex is penetration and the goal is an orgasm. But that's procreation. It's the birds and the bees. That's biology. But in reality, being lovers is a whole body team sport. You're not procreating, you're co creating the experience, sending and receiving, playing with sensual pleasure. When you're making love this way, it's bonding, it's healing, and it's the most intimate thing you can do. Your whole body is a pleasure field. And when you learn to play on it together, the possibilities are endless. That's what makes you intimate partners and lovers for the long run. And that's what I teach you. These challenges like ED, sexual shame, feeling inadequate as a lover, these are universal for men and for women. The intimacy game plan is a proven solution. It's based in neuroscience and it works for people of all ages and all cultures. ED, sex, and how to do it in relationship, these are taboo topics. Not just because of shame, but because these things are and should be private. As your coach, I give you the step-by-step practice. You learn tools, moves, and techniques that you practice in the privacy of your own home with your home team. No partner? No problem. You're going to be prepared. No referee, no therapy, no pills, no pressure, just real support from a coach who cares. You learn expert pleasure techniques, communication, and build real skills in private because that's where intimacy happens. The game plan gives you the structure, and when you're prepared, you know what to do with what you've got. Confidence is sexy, and sexual confidence is everything. Here's a story of how my now happy couple turned his ED into erotic desire. He was so embarrassed when he reached out to me, he didn't know what to say. He didn't want to tell his wife, but hello, she already knew about the ED. She wanted help too, but she didn't want to hurt him. She loved him. She didn't want to add to his pressure or hurt him. She thought it was her. He's not attracted to me. I'm too fat, too old, too ugly. I'm not like the girls that he's watching. Quietly, they were both afraid she might leave or cheat. That felt like the only option left. I know that feeling. Like most couples I work with, they were hyper focused on his erection. But truthfully, even when it was working, the sex wasn't that great. And that's more common than you may think, because it's not the bat, it's the plays. So, like all my couples with ED or not, we took sex and vulnerable topics off the table for a couple of weeks. Keep your panties on. I mean it. Go get yourself some gold lame G-string or something fun. Why? Because when we intentionally remove the triggers, you can both finally let your guard down. You start turning toward each other instead of away. You stop trying to play with your bat, you start playing with your partner and with whole body sensual pleasure. And like every team, you start with a huddle. In sports, the huddle brings the team into the moment. It drops the expectations, it drops the outside world, and it says, I'm here with you. Let's play. Huddling syncs your nervous systems and your breath, your brain waves, and even your heartbeat in as little as 3 breaths. Your bodies relax. Emotional trust and physical awareness start to grow naturally. My now happy couple started every day with a huddle, and on day 4, he called her from work and he said, I realized we forgot to huddle this morning and I'm missing it. She missed it too, so they huddled over the phone. He asked her, Are you here? Are you okay? Are you willing? And they both responded with, mm-hmm. And just like that, they both felt recharged. It's not woo-woo, it's science. It's energizing. The huddle is literally the electrical spark that creates connection. It's intimate, meaning it's not something you would do with just anybody. It's a sound of pleasure, something you only share with each other. Next, they learned the whole body huddle. It's a neurological touch sequence. It synchronizes your brain hemispheres. It's simple, it's soothing, and it feels amazing. You place your fingertips on the crown of your partner's head, and then you pull down slowly over their ears, over their neck, over the vagus nerve and the carotid artery, their shoulders, their arms, until your fingertips meet. It's not sexual, it's sensual, it's intimate, it's something you can only do for each other. You're turning off the thinking brain and turning on your feeling bodies together. So many men think there's nothing I can do, but there's a lot you can do. I teach you exercises like the lower light bulb that helps you get harder, last longer, and gain control. But more importantly, how to enjoy what you've got, how to make love and share pleasure with your partner, because that's what you both really want. I want everyone to know that a flaccid penis can still feel pleasure, still orgasm, and maybe even ejaculate. Lack of erection isn't the hard part. Expectation is. Performance pressure is. Remember my now happy couple when they were ready for their first encounter with their gold lame panties off? She gave him the most over the top, pleasure based oral experience of her life, which made it the best for both of them. Because when you learn from me, honey, it's not just a job, it's a pleasure. Afterwards, when they were going over the highlights using my simple communication formula, he shared that his favorite part was that whole body huddle. She was shocked. I wasn't. Because intimacy isn't sex, it's connection, it's presence, it's feeling your body, loving it and each other as you are, playing with what you've got together. Whether there's ED, psychological or physical trauma, or even just a jiggly belly, enjoy it. It all feels good. That's how you turn ED into erotic desire. That's what makes you lovers. My now happy couple, he bragged to me that they were at a party and someone told them to get a room. Huh. Score, baby. Now that's pride. You can be that hot couple, and it doesn't take an erection. Long ago, I started my work to help other men and couples dealing with erectile dysfunction. I knew we weren't the only ones, and I've helped thousands. I created the solution for everyone who wants to be long term lovers and partners. My program works because you become a player with real skills, and your relationship becomes a real team. It starts with a plan, a practice, and a huddle. Drop the expectations and tune into your body. Love all of yourself and each other. Shift from performance to presence, from trying to have sex to exploring whole body sensual pleasure. That's how you score in sex and love. And no more trying to figure it out. I'm here to coach you through it. My clients are building real connection, real confidence, and showing up in the world as well loved men. You're not broken. You don't need to be fixed, and you don't need to be hard to be a great lover. You need a plan of action. You need pleasure, practice, and skills. And you can't get that from talking, pills, porn, or pretending. That's what you get inside the Intimacy Game Plan, my proven program with science backed tools, techniques, and exercises that have helped so many, and it can help you too. I'd love to know what's one thing that you wish that your partner knew about intimacy. Let me know in the comments and I'll make a video for you, or leave me a heart in your favorite color because I'm Amy Color and I'd love to know that you're here. It's time for real solutions and it doesn't have to be hard. Everyone wants to know this stuff. Everyone. And no one else is teaching it. So talk to me and apply for the Intimacy Game Plan. This is the program that my husband and I needed, and oh, so much more. Get my free download and start huddling tonight. You'll find all the links in the description. Hit like, subscribe, the notification bell. Stay connected to yourself, each other, and me. And I'll see you soon. Sound good? Mm-hmm.